This is the Palin Update on SaraNet Radio. I'm Kevin Schola.
Obama's goose is cooked as more and more Americans realize that what Wisconsin has just manifested via this vote, embracing austerity and fiscal responsibility, is the complete opposite of what President Obama and the White House represents today.
America 1, labor thugs 0. That's the final from Wisconsin. A big night in the Badger State for Governor Walker, Lieutenant Governor Clayfish, and really all of us, as the lefty recall attempt is foiled. A candidate you're just going to fall in love with. She's running for Congress in Utah and ready to shake up D.C. The dynamic Mia Love is here. And while Barack Obama tells people to stay out of Vegas, Governor Palin heads to Sin City to keynote the Right Online conference later this month. Also, the governor calls out more media bias and remembers D-Day. A busy show, and we kick things off with a breath of fresh air in Utah. She is the mayor of Saratoga Springs, Utah, and now she's hoping to head to Washington, running for the House. Mia Love is here on the Palin Update. Mayor Love, welcome to SaraNet Radio.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So you are just your run-of-the-mill Mormon, black Republican woman and mother of 3 running for Congress, right?
Just your normal person in Utah, yeah.
What drove you into this race?
Well, you know, we've got a lot of problems with our country. We've got $1 trillion of deficit spending. We've got $16 trillion of debt. I mean, we're in big trouble. Our economy is going down the tubes, and we in the 4th District are concerned. So I decided that I should do what I can to help, and here I am.
I know your candidacy has gotten a lot of attention. You're an American Grizzlies United candidate. Some have written your opponent better be scared. But beyond frightening him, can you win this seat in November?
Oh, we can definitely win the seat, and I believe that we will win the seat in November. We are working really hard to get our message out to Utah's 4th District. We certainly are in touch with what's going on in the district and the issues that's facing us right now, and we're going to win this race. We need to do everything we can to just get the message out, and I need to be a representative of the people there.
And this newly created 4th District offers some special challenges?
You know, it's an R+9 to an R+13. I mean, I hear both. I hear R+9, R+13. We believe that we'll do well. We're trying to get out the message. The people here are concerned about fiscal discipline, limited government, personal responsibility, and that's what I'm laser focused on. We have to try and do what we can to get this economy back on its feet. So.
Some national figures have voiced support for you. Has that provided a nice boost?
Well, it always helps. It always helps to get people that support you that say, yes, we absolutely need her help to get the job done. Again, the things that we're focused on is the economy, energy independence, and all of the things that's going to boost what we believe is important here in the 4th District and in our country, and that's preserving the American dream.
Now, you know, Mayor, the Palin comparisons have poured in, too. Not only are you both avid runners, but mayors, moms, conservatives. I've even heard some go as far as saying, assuming you win this thing in November, a little Palin love 2016. But as far as the generic comparisons, how does that hit you, being compared with Governor Palin?
Well, it's interesting because we are both mothers. We work where the rubber meets the road. And that's where we really need to focus. We have some issues, and we need to start letting the American people know that the hope and the dream that we're looking for, the hope and the change that we're looking for, lies in people, not in federal government. The thing that drives me more than anything is the fact that my children will inherit this debt. My children have all of these, they have all of these dreams. We have to do everything we can to preserve the opportunities for them to reach those dreams. And right now, it's looking grim. For the first time in the history of our country, we're looking at our children inheriting a country that's less prosperous than the one that we've had. And to me, that's completely unacceptable. So as a parent, yes, I'm going out and I'm going to do everything I can to preserve the future of my children, the children in the 4th District, and children all over the United States.
I love hearing that answer, and we've heard that with people not necessarily running for office, but of all different walks of life. I know that a lot of decisions Governor Palin makes are based on her kids. I tell you what, I do this show and back Governor Palin the way I do because of my children and wanting to have the best people in leadership positions for the future. We've had people like Kirk Cameron on here and other folks who have mentioned the things that they're doing, talking about just even learning about America, let alone leaving a better America for their children, and looking toward the future, and that's a great way to look at things. And you're already a trailblazer like Palin. She was the first GOP woman on a national ticket. You're the first black woman mayor in Utah. That's good stuff.
Well, it's it's certainly, we're not focused on the race or the gender issue. We're doing everything that we possibly can to just get the message out and make sure that we put policies in place that will create an upward movement in the economy. But I'm just doing what I can to bring the real hope and real change, the change that people are looking for, and that is the ability to go out and work and keep a little bit of what you've earned, the ability to have some say in education and in educating your children, the ability to bring down the prices of gas and go and to and from wherever you want to go. I mean, those are the things that we're really focused on, and I believe that we can do it. I believe that we here in the United States, there's still a narrow window to make sure that we're not going to let this country go down the tubes.
And we may not focus on it, Mayor, but it drives the left nuts when we have a strong woman candidate, a strong minority candidate. It makes them crazy. They want to say, listen, you're not allowed to be out of that Democrat Party.
Well, what we want to do is we want to get people to come along with us. That's what is really important. All of the people that have said, I need federal government to do this for me. I need federal government to provide for my family. I need federal government to educate my kids. I need federal government. We need to break those shackles. We need to make sure that we say, you know what, hard work, education, thrift will take you far beyond what any government program can ever promise. And that's the example I want to lead out there.
Now, you have the backing of SBA list, so obviously a strong pro-lifer.
Yes, I am. I believe I am a pro-lifer. Yes.
And this is an issue that comes up in your race?
Yeah, well, it's certainly what in the race, what people are really focused on is the economy. However, my morals, what I teach in my home is we are pro-life. We value life, and we believe that we should do everything we can to protect it. I mean, that's our job. I mean, unalienable rights. That's your right to your life and your property.
What would you like to see happen with the Department of Education and the Department of Energy?
Well, the Department of Education, as far as I'm concerned, with George Bush, we extended, and this is within our party. I mean, we're not without fault, but with George Bush, we extended our reach through No Child Left Behind. We increased the budget by 69.6%. What did we get out of that? We didn't get anything. We got teachers that had to pretty much had handcuffs on and couldn't teach the way that was really effective. I believe that we can do a better job. I do believe that as states we can do a better job. I know here in the state of Utah we can do a better job teaching our children, and we do not have to find every single solution to our problems with federal government. And that's the message. We've skipped all of these. We skipped the community, we've skipped the counties, we've skipped the states and gone straight to federal government. I believe we can do a better job.
And the Department of Energy, I know, is something that Sarah Palin has a unique background on, being up in Alaska, close to some of our resources. What do you think about a situation there and just the way energy issues are tackled in this country right now with the current administration? Well,
with the current administration, let's not let the president fool anyone. We have not, when they talk about drilling, that's not new drilling. We need to actually, people are struggling. They're having a hard time gassing up their cars. They're having a hard time getting to work. 23 million Americans are either unemployed, underemployed, or just stopped looking for work. We've got some issues here, and we need to allow the XL pipeline to go through. We need to be able to open up land so we can drill. Now, I'm not saying to not explore wind and solar. I believe that we need to explore everything, but I believe that the private sector can do a good job doing it. And if we allow the private sector to go in and explore and be able to drill on some of these lands, then I believe that we would do a better job. We'd be more competitive on the global markets. We would create jobs. I mean, we wouldn't be dependent on countries that want to see us harmed. I don't see any reason why we would not explore what we have right below our feet.
What about the Congressional Black Caucus? If elected, you're going to get in there and have some fun with Allen West?
Well, we're going to get in there, and we are going to start promoting the things that I believe will heal America, and that is creating opportunity for all, not singling Americans out, making sure that we are examples and we say, hey, you are not going to be completely dependent on government. We are going to make sure that these communities that they talk about, bringing money into their communities, that we're not singling communities out. We are Americans, and we're going to make sure that I promote, at least I promote, and Allen West will do the same thing, making sure that there's equal opportunity for all, not equal economics for all. We want to make sure that people have the ability to go out and work hard. I'm a product of that.
Going rogue like Governor Palin, you're not supposed to shake up the establishment in Washington, Mayor.
Well, I've got my children's lives are at stake, so I'll shake up whatever we need to shake up to make sure that we get this country back in order.
I know Governor Palin often refers to her parents and what she's learned from them. How's your family shaped your conservative views?
Well, my parents actually immigrated from Haiti. They had $10 in their pockets. They worked hard for everything that they have. They pulled themselves up by their bootstraps, and my father was the one that looked me straight in the eye, and he said, Mia, your mother and I have done everything we could to get you here. You will not be a burden to society. You will give back. I'm a product of hard work. I'm a product of those conservative values, and I want to make sure that when people see me, they see the future of their children. They say, you know what, if I work hard, my child can have a future like this this lady had.
It's a wonderful story, and it's very interesting, Mayor, how we're seeing so many candidates who have had parents come here from other places, Ted Cruz, yourself, and here you are talking on the conservative side. It really is something, but people who've seen other places and know what this country really means. What's your website, Mayor? We have a great situation we're in now with social media and just the Internet in general. Get you some support from all over the U.S., hopefully.
Well, it's loveforutah.com. That's LOVE 4 UTAH.com. We'd love to have anybody come and contribute. We have to raise $2 million. We are up against a Democratic opponent who supports the current president, who voted against the repeal of Obamacare and really doesn't represent Utah's, the congressional district's, fourth congressional district's views or Utah's views. And so we believe that we're going to be able to win this. We need to have the resources to do it, and as much help as we can get, we'll take.
Spread the love, folks. Thanks, Mayor.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
A really exciting time for Republicans with candidates like Mia Love on the ballot. This past week in Wisconsin, loud and clear, a message was sent when Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker beat back a recall challenge Tuesday, winning both the right to finish his term and a voter endorsement of his strategy to curb state spending, which includes the measure that eliminates union rights for most public workers. Also Tuesday, Palin-backed Lieutenant Governor Rebecca Kleefisch and Republicans in state Senate races survived recalls as well, clearly showing when Americans fight, elections cannot be bought. A huge victory for the USA this past week. Governor Palin congratulated Wisconsin, saying leadership is doing what is right, not what is popular. She added both Scott Walker and Rebecca Kleefisch are shining examples of this ideal. Sarah Palin is scheduled to deliver the keynote address at Right Online, the annual gathering of conservative bloggers and online activists. The event is set for June 15th and 16th, and this year the conference will be held in Las Vegas. Sarah Palin gave a thumbs up to a blog from Greta Van Susteren called, "If You Can't Beat Him, Smear Him." Palin said Greta's comments in this blog post are spot on. The left has been targeting Roger Ailes and his wife increasingly. You can check out GretaWire.com to see what Greta had to say about this bias against Ailes. Governor Palin commemorated D-Day this past week, tweeting, "Please remember, if you love your freedom, thank a vet. And God bless those who sacrificed to liberate a continent. We, their children and grandchildren, honor them by remaining strong and free." President Obama held no official D-Day ceremony. Folks, you can follow us now on Twitter at SarahNet Radio, and we are also on Facebook, so please like SarahNet Radio on Facebook. Well, that'll just about do it for this edition of the Palin Update on SarahNet Radio. Visit SarahNetRadio.net for continuing coverage of Governor Palin. I want to thank everyone here at SarahNet Radio. Thanks to Mia Love, and thank you for listening today. Please be sure to join us next time for another edition of the Palin Update. I'm Kevin Scholla. Have a pleasant day, and happy Flag Day.